All right. Good morning, everybody. Can I sit next to you? Is that okay? All right, so we're going to start today in a seated position, actually. So any comfortable seats, whether you'd like to sit cross-legged or sit up on your knees. Since I've got a cat here taking up a lot of space, I'm going to sit on my knees. Or you could prop yourself up on a bolster, a pillow, or a block. Any kind of comfortable seat that you can, oh, she's gone now, good. That you can hang out in for a while. And before we settle in and close our eyes down, I'm going to walk you through a gesture, a mudra that we're going to hold at the beginning and at the end of practice. So this is called Mani Ratna Mudra. It's the mudra of the precious jewel, and it's supposed to promote global healing. So make an okay sign with your hands. So you got your thumb and your pointer finger touching. And then from here, bring the insides of your wrists together to touch and line your thumbs up next to each other. See that? So you've got these other 6 fingers opening up kind of like a flower. And then those are in that okay sign. Awesome. So you can bring that right around your heart center. You can let your shoulders relax down the back. Root your sits bones down into the earth. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. And begin to settle into your space. Take a moment to go through a scan of your physical body, noticing any areas that you might need to pay a little extra attention to today. Any areas of your body that need a little extra love. And also noticing the places in your body that feel especially good today. Always important to notice and recognize that as well. And then shift your focus to how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today, without placing any judgment on what that feeling is. Just feeling what you feel, noticing where you're at, and knowing that any feeling that you have right now is completely valid and acceptable. And if it's part of your practice, now is a great time to set an intention for yourself. Something that you might want to carry just through the rest of this practice together. Or it could be something to carry through the rest of your day, or the rest of your weekend, or the rest of the week. And then, without doing anything to change it, begin to pay attention to your breath. Notice where in your body you can feel your breath move. Notice where it feels like it originates. Notice where the breath spreads. Pay attention to the pace and the rhythm of your breath. And notice the temperature of the air as it enters and exits your body. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, allowing your lungs to expand fully. And with every exhale, totally emptying the lungs of air. Keeping those sits bones grounded, keeping the crown of the head reaching up high towards the sky. Imagine that you're pulling your breath out from the earth underneath you. So really inhaling from the floor and exhaling out the crown of your head, that point in the center top of your head. Inhaling, pulling from the floor. Exhaling, top of the head. And then keeping that same imagery, we're going to go through a few rounds of lion's breath. I think most of you have done this with me before, but I'll explain what that means. So you'll inhale through your nose, and when you exhale, you'll open your mouth and stick your tongue out as far and as close to your chin as you possibly can. So that'll look like this. So inhaling, pulling up from the floor. Exhaling out the crown of the head. Taking 3 more of those. And then after that last breath, hands can come back down, resting on your knees, palms facing up. Continue breathing as you naturally would, in and out of your nose. Reconnect with the physical body, the mental, emotional body, and the breath. Check in and notice any differences you might notice. And then you can blink your eyes open if they're not open already. And then interlace your hands. Bring your hands to the back of your head here. So you've got these kind of like butterfly wing, elephant ears going on. On an inhale, take a peek up towards the ceiling. Spread your elbows wide. Exhale, curl chin to chest, elbows towards each other. Inhale, open those butterfly wings and lift. And exhale to curl back in. Taking this on your own time, using your own breath pattern, whether that speeds you up a little or slows you down. Maybe you take a couple extra breaths in a certain posture if that feels necessary for your body. And then bringing your way back through center. Plant your right hand down on your mat and then reach your left arm up overhead, opening into this side body. Ribs are opening up towards the ceiling. Gaze can go up towards your armpit or down towards the floor, depending on what feels best in your neck. And then inhale through center, exhale, taking it to the other side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, switch. Again, following your own pattern of breath here, taking your time, articulating through the spine. And then once you feel nice and even, bring yourself back through center, arms reaching up towards the sky, and then take a turn over towards the left. So your right hand will meet your left knee. Left hand comes behind, coming in for a little twist here. Inhale, twist back through center, and exhale, switching to the other side. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. So just flowing through this on your own. And next time you're looking over your left shoulder, stay there. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller. And then exhale, twist just a little bit deeper, looking over the back shoulder. And again, inhale, sitting up a little taller. Exhale, see if you can twist even a micrometer more. While you're here, allowing your jaw to hang loose and heavy, letting your shoulders relax down your spine. Inhale your way back through center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale to sit up a little taller. Exhale to twist a little farther. Looking over the right shoulder this time. Inhale, sit up a little taller. Exhale, twist a little bit farther. And bring yourself back through center. Either roll over your knees or switch your hips off to the side. We're coming into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and take a couple rounds of cat and cow here. So cat, arching your back like a Halloween cat. And then cow, dropping your belly, tailbone and gaze lift. You can also add in some organic movements here, maybe peeking back at your tail, making some C-shaped curves, or setting your hips back towards your heels. Any kind of movement that feels nourishing for your body right now. And then find some stillness. Walk your hands a handprint forward, tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal into one knee at a time, maybe lift one leg at a time. Just moving through these big muscle groups. If you're feeling a little extra today, you can also float forward to plank and back to downward dog. And eventually finding stillness, fingerprints spread wide. Nice, easy. Heels reaching towards the floor. Tailbone reaches high to where the ceiling and the wall behind you meet, and take 3 deep breaths right here. Bend into your knees a lot. Look up towards your fingers and start a slow walk up towards the top of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Interlace your fingers and place your hands to the back of your head. Just giving a little extra weight here to the neck. So not pulling on the neck, but using that extra weight to help decompress the cervical spine. Knees can stay soft here. And then let your fingertips paint the floor again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper, bend into your knees. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Bring your hands through heart center. Close your eyes down if that feels okay, and just take a few breaths right here, standing in mountain pose. Feeling the bottoms of your feet connect to the earth beneath you. Feeling the lift in the arch of each foot. Connect back with your breath. Maybe you feel your heartbeat against your thumbs. And then blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle arms, reach up overhead. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, and then step your right toes back. Lower your right knee right away. Untuck your back toes. And then inhale, coming up to a low lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Taking 3 more. Inhale, lift the fingertips up high. And then exhale, swim your arms behind you. Palms are facing forward. Draw the pinkies in towards each other as if you're trying to hold a walnut between your shoulder blades. And then peeking up towards the ceiling. Imagine you've got roots coming out of your fingertips and you're trying to reach those roots down into the ground. Really broadening across the collarbones, opening up the heart space. Finding a little opening to the front of the throat too if you're peeking up towards the ceiling. Breathing for 3. Cece is singing us the song of her people. Thank you, Cece. Right? We love to have you here. All right, inhale, arms circle and reach up overhead. Exhale, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes. Step it back, downward facing dog. Bend into your knees a lot, look up towards your fingers and start a slow walk up towards your hands again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, this time stepping your left foot back, left knee can come down to the floor right away, untucking your left toes. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, chin to chest, taking that 4 more times. Inhale, fingertips reaching high towards the sky. Exhale, swim the arms behind you. Same thing as before, pinkies reaching towards each other, peeking up towards the ceiling. Imagining those roots coming out of your fingertips, reaching down towards the floor. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Imagine that you're drawing that breath up from the floor and exhaling it out the crown of your head. Inhale, arms circle and reach up high. Exhale, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, and then step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Bend into your knees a lot, and then you can decide if you want to walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right toes back again, lower the right knee, untuck the right toes. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift. Taking that 4 more times. And then inhale, arms reaching up high. Exhale, circle back. Pinkies drawing towards each other. This time bringing your chin to your chest, stretching out the back of the neck as the fingertips reach down towards the floor. Inhale, arms circle and reach up overhead. Exhale, frame your foot, but then from here, keep your right hand planted and then twist your left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand can frame the foot again. Tuck your back toes. And then step back, downward facing dog. Taking it to the other side, bend into your knees a lot. Step, walk, hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back, left knee drops down. Inhale. And exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, circle and reach behind you, grabbing that walnut between your shoulder blades and then peeking down towards the earth, chin to chest. Taking 3 to 5 breaths right here. Inhale, arms circle and reach overhead. Exhale, frame your front foot, plant that left hand, and then twist open, right fingertips lift towards the ceiling. And then place your right hand next to your foot, tuck your back toes, step your right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here, lifting that tailbone nice and high, drawing the heels down towards the earth, even if they never meet. That's okay, that's not the point. And then exhale your knees down to the floor. We're coming back to a tabletop position, wrists stacked underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then place your right hand a little bit closer to your heart center. Inhale, right fingertips lift, or I said left hand, right? Left hand towards heart center, right fingertips reach out towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive underneath. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dive. One more, inhale. And exhale, this time letting your shoulder and your ear rest on the mat. Left fingertips can walk out on that left diagonal. Taking breaths between the shoulder blades. And if you're interested in an extra balance challenge here, you can place your left hand to frame your face again. Press into that hand as you start to lift your left knee up off the floor. Left toes will point down towards the floor. And if you took that option, you can bend into your left knee, place it next to your right. If your left fingertips are still walked out on the diagonal, place it next to your face, frame your face. Press into the left hand, right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Big breath here. And exhale, taking it to the other side. Plant your right hand underneath your heart space. Inhale, left fingertips reach. Exhale, dive underneath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive. One more, inhale. Exhale, letting the shoulder and the ear melt towards the floor. Right fingertips walking out on the right diagonal. Breathe between the shoulder blades. And if you'd like to take the optional balance on this side, place your right hand next to your face. Press into the palm of that hand as you lift your right knee up off the floor, right toe tips pointing straight down. Keeping those hips nice and even. If you took the optional balance, begin to bend into your right knee, place it back down towards your left. If your fingertips are still walked out on the right diagonal, walk them back towards your face. Press into your right hand, left fingertips reach up towards the sky. Big breath here. And exhale, coming back to tabletop. Let your knees fall out wide, toes come to touch, setting your hips back towards your heels. Fingertips walking forward, forehead kisses the mat, coming into child's pose. We're gonna take a little extra time in child's pose today, so if you want a little extra cushion, you could put a pillow underneath your chest or between the folds of your legs, or you can just stay right here. Once you've settled in, allow yourself to really surrender to the earth beneath you. Feel supported. Allow your muscles to relax and let go. Take deep breaths between the shoulder blades and into the low back. Again, revisiting that imagery of pulling the breath through the floor and exhaling it out the crown of your head. Notice if your mind starts to wander as we begin to quiet down. Without judging it, just notice where the mind floats. And allow yourself to reconnect with your breath. And keeping everything else exactly where it is, begin to thread your left arm underneath the right. So we're making this L shape with our arms. You might bring your head up off the floor for a moment just to do that. And then you can place your forehead back down on the ground. Breathing between the shoulders, breathing into this new shape. Take 3 more breaths here. And then begin to unthread that left arm, place it back forwards into a traditional child's pose, taking 1 breath here. And then exhale, walking your fingertips out to the right-hand corners of your mat. Taking some deep breaths into your left side body. And then walk your fingertips back through center. 2 breaths here. And then begin to thread your right arm underneath the left, taking that L shape on the other side. You can let your fingers and toes really relax here. They don't need to have a lot of energy flowing through them. They can be loose and kind of curled. Breathing in through the floor. Exhaling out the crown of the head. Unthread your right arm, reach your right fingertips up ahead. 2 breaths here. And then exhale, walking your fingers over to the left-hand corner of your mat, breathing into your right lung. Exhale your way back through center, taking 3 breaths in the centered child's pose. And then lift your forehead, take a peek up at your fingertips, really ground through your fingertips, your hands, wrists, elbows, forearms. Begin to bend into your elbows as you come up onto your knees. Let your legs shoot out long behind you, tops of the feet magnetized to the mat. We've got our elbows right underneath our shoulders here. Fingers spread wide, peeking down just the tip of your nose. We're coming into Sphinx pose. So really imagine that you've got magnets on the tops of your feet where your shoelaces would be, trying to really press those into the ground beneath you. If this bothers your low back at all, you can try to walk your feet out a little bit wider or maybe a little bit closer towards each other. Everybody's bodies are different, so you can experiment with the placement of your feet and see where it feels best for you. And then staying in this Sphinx pose, we're going to take 3 lion's breaths like we did at the top of practice. So first, exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, tongue out. 2 more. And exhale your way all the way down to your belly. And then flip yourself over like a pancake. So coming onto your back. Feet can plant on your mat for a moment here, and then lift those feet up towards the sky. Place your hands to the backs of your thighs and rock and roll up and down the length of your spine, probably 5 or 6 times, giving yourself a little massage here. Eventually rocking all the way up to your seat and then grabbing onto your props. So if you have blocks, you can set them up with the tallest one in the back and then a shorter one in front, setting your bolster or your pillow up against that as a little ramp. If you're not using blocks today and we've just got pillows, you can just pile up those pillows behind you, so it'll just make a stack of pillows. We're just creating a little ramp here for a heart opener. So once you've got that set up, you're going to place your back against that and then just lay over your setup. So whether that's that pile of pillows or this little ramp, shoulders are melting off the sides here, palms facing up. Close your eyes down if that feels okay, and your legs can extend out long, or if it feels better to keep your knees bent, or you could also, if you'd like, take a reclined butterfly here and place the soles of your feet together to touch if you want a little bit more opening in the hips. All 3 of those are great options. So once you find the option that works best for you, settling in, allowing yourself permission to melt into the props beneath you. And exert as little effort and as little energy as you possibly can. So as we quiet down here, you might feel some muscles start to twitch, trying to fight back. And that's normal, that's natural. Just send your breath to those muscles, give them permission to release. We'll remain in this restorative posture a little bit longer than some of our other poses. So notice if your mind starts to wander, starts to drift away. And know that you can always return your focus to your breath if your thoughts are starting to get away from you. If you're really loving the support of these props underneath you and this heart opener, you can stay right here. And if you would prefer a more traditional Shavasana, you can allow yourself to slowly roll off the props, set them off to the side, and take this flat on your back. But either one is totally fine. You can stay propped up on the props as well, if that's what you're liking. Or if partway through Shavasana you realize that you don't like the choice that you made anymore, you can always make another choice. And if it feels safe and your eyes aren't closed yet, you can close your eyes down or soften your gaze. With every inhale, finding more space, more expansiveness in your body. With every exhale, letting your muscles melt off the bone. Releasing into the floor, releasing into the support of the earth beneath you and the people virtually around you. Give yourself permission to really settle in, slow down, and relax. I wanted to share a short poem with you. This poem was written by William Blake, and it's titled Eternity. He who binds to himself a joy does the winged life destroy. But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. And that poem is titled Eternity, and it was written by William Blake. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath, allowing deeper inhales and fuller exhales. Bring awareness back to your physical body by inviting small movements into your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Slowly turning your head left and right. And whenever you feel ready, you can roll yourself over to one side if you're still on your props, carefully rolling off of those. Using your bicep as a pillow, take a couple breaths here, eyes still soft or closed. And extend some gratitude toward yourself for coming to your mat, for showing up and practicing some self-care, for joining this little virtual community that we have here and allowing yourself the ability to reach out and be part of that community, even if we can't be physically together. Whenever you feel ready, you can use your top hand to press yourself up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Eyes can stay closed or soft. And we're going to invite that Mani Ratna Mudra back in. So making that okay sign with your hands, connecting at the insides of the wrists and the thumbs. Placing that right about your heart center. Grounding the sits bones down into the earth. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. And we'll take 3 lion's breaths here together. Again, drawing that air up from the floor and exhaling out the crown of the head. So exhale to start. Inhale through the nose. 2 more. Inhale, arms circle and reach up overhead. Exhale, press the air in front of you away. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pressing the air to the sides of you away. And one more time to the front. Inhale. Exhale, pressing the air in front of you away. And then draw your hands back through heart center and Anjali Mudra, prayer hands at the heart. Thumbs connect to the sternum, bowing your chin to your chest. In a bow of gratitude for the amazing, wild, brilliant things that our minds and our bodies are capable of doing. And in a bow of gratitude for the health that we have and the ability that we have to still practice together even though we're apart. I thank each and every one of you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. Always so good to see your bright, shining faces, familiar faces. Everyone's still muted.
Oh.
How you doing, Jen?
Woo. That was fabuloso.
That was fun. Good to see you, Cam.